Welcome everyone to Feng Shui Everyday.
Hi, I'm Kathryn and this is Donna, and we're here today with Feng Shui Everyday to help you solve your problems and create a life you love. Donna, we've got a question today. Take it away.
We do have a question today, and that question is, what can we do to bring in new, fresh energy into the house?
Well, the first thing I think of, Donna, is to open the windows. And when we're in the north here, and we just love it when winter turns into spring, we just open the windows and inhale that zest, that je ne sais quoi, that brings it into your lungs and into your house and all over the place. That's the best way. And I know you live in a very different climate. Tell me what you do to get this fresh air.
It's very interesting because I think you live in the country, correct? Yes, and so you have trees around you and it's quiet. Well, most of the time, right? Because you did have some construction in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it'll pass.
So, but yeah, I have clients who they live in different environments, or they actually may have some sensitivities to light or dust. I have one client who doesn't see well. His eyes are very sensitive, and so he can't have the drapes open. I also have clients in the Southwest, in Arizona and New Mexico, and you open a window there and you're covered in dust in a matter of moments. So there are some different options, aren't there?
Tons of options. Even I'm a little light sensitive myself, and with fluorescent lights and that type of thing. I have a little peak that I wear the weirdest places, shopping and such, so I don't get overwhelmed by that. But one of the things I found in our climate, again, because we have the heat on half the time, and it dries the air. And I have actually a prop today, and I've got this tabletop diffuser. So this just carries a little bit of water. I actually have it sitting in a bird bath, just so if there's any moisture, it doesn't damage the desk or the table that we put it on. But you can see it's changing colors, and it just has a little mist. It's not hot, but what it does is it not only circulates the air, but it puts moisture into the air. And so then your skin is still moist. It's not all dried out. You're not running for the lotion all the time. And so this is a really cool and interesting thing. You can scent it if you want, but just to change things up when you have to keep the doors and windows closed all winter.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. So you're talking about this putting this scent and this air into the room to move the qi.
Absolutely.
So, and the qi, of course, is the balance of energy between yin and yang. And when that energy is balanced, then it circulates, bringing us all the opportunities that we want.
I often describe it to my clients as something you can't see, of course, but when you crack that window and that little breeze starts to come through, and you get that little zest of, fresh air. That's what you want to circulate in your house, right through your house. And that lifts the vibration, gives you that little bit more energy to get through the day.
Yes. So for clients who, and our listeners who maybe can't open a window, perhaps you live in the city and there's a great deal of noise, or, you just, you want the extra security to having your windows closed. I like to use fans. And of course, if you're lucky enough to have a ceiling fan, that's great, because that can be put on low and you can switch the direction for summer or winter. But also just desk fans, standing fans in the corner, that white noise can be quite comforting, because that can kind of drown out some of the city noise. It's something that I find that my clients, even come winter, when they have to turn off the fans, they miss them. So,
Oh,
so having the fans moving, sometimes I like the oscillating fan if you need a lot of new energy
mhm.
because it's constantly moving. But even just a fan that's stationary, they have these great little clip-on USB fans
Yeah, I've
now,
seen
that
them.
so they're rechargeable and you can just clip them anywhere, and it just moves the air around a little bit and therefore moving the chi.
I see that. Well, we've got fans overhead here. We're in cottage country, so we don't always turn on the air conditioning on a moment's notice, but it's on low, low, low right now. And anymore, if I'm sitting at my desk and this fan going, it kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. So we'll watch that till we have to put the air conditioning on. But what's really funny is I've got two big dogs, and we had a hot spell last week. And here they are laying on the living room floor, the silk rug, of course, with their paws up like this, with the fan cleaning them off. So, but
Yes.
having said that, it's a fun way to enjoy a fan.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always thought that the ceiling fans were a part of a fire energy type thing, and just to be
Oh, that's
cautious
interesting.
with too much going on. Can you just comment on that before we
Well,
wrap it
that's
up?
interesting because there's so many different styles of fans, because they have those ones that look like propeller blades, and then the ones that look like uh,
Bronze, yeah.
palm fronds. Yes. And so I had not associated them with the fire element. I would basically take the look of the fan and say, this is more this element.
Hmm.
I think the most important thing for the fan is that it's firmly secured to the ceiling. If your fan is old and shaky, that can be disruptive in the energy. So I also do know that I have a couple of clients who are very sensitive to air conditioning, though, the
Mhm,
type that has the
mhm.
Freon.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so they will do whatever it takes not to turn on the air conditioning. And so the ceiling fans can be quite helpful for that. But again, like I know they take a lot of maintenance because they collect dust and things like that. So if you're just wanting to move the energy around, like turning one on for a few minutes a day will help circulate the energy and give you a boost and give the chi energy a boost.
Absolutely. The bottom line here is I think we need fresh air just for our existence as a human being. We need fresh
Yes.
air to survive. And if
Yeah.
we can't get it by opening up the windows, which is probably in the purest form, there's other options. But it really is important to keep that chi energy and that flow moving through your house so it doesn't go stale, which means you're not getting oxygen in your head, which means you're not working to your capacity. So
Yeah,
get
I
that chi
agree.
moving.
I think really if you can just even open up the window for a few minutes a day, even if there is noise, of course
10
not during
minutes.
a dust storm or anything like that, but because that you are correct, that's going to be the purest form of that chi energy. And it basically says, welcome opportunities, please come here. And then you close it back up again, and then go on with your day.
Go on with
So
your day. I think that's
yeah.
great. Super
Yeah.
and duper. Again, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kathryn
Yes,
Wilking, and this is
I'm Donna Stellhorn. And if you have any questions for us, check out our websites. Kathryn, what's your website?
KathrynWilking.com.
And mine is fengshuiforum.com.
Okay, we'd love to hear from you. See you next week.
Bye.